Want to know why? Ask how. Howard, the humongous. The political conventions of the last 2 weeks have revealed a few things that no media outlet has told you. Each campaign had a message it wanted to get across, and that message was not well reflected in the media coverage. But the things that have been revealed have been done by taking the wraps off of something we already know, that we humans divide up into tribes, subcultures, and rival teams, that each team has a worldview, and that the gods of one team are another team's devils. One team's good guys are another tribe's bad guys. One team's heroes are the other team's villains. And one team's savior is another team's Hitler. The Democratic Convention made Hillary Clinton out to be an absolutely wonderful heroine, a truly devoted, idealistic person who works hard on behalf of other people. A woman who graduated from Yale with her law degree and could easily have gone to a high-paying job in a big law firm, but who didn't. Why? Because of her dedication to the poor and to the oppressed. Because of her desire to help other people. For example, Hillary had a deep need to stand up for disabled students all over the nation, 2 million of them, who had been denied an education. Hillary, said the convention speakers, canvassed neighborhoods, found disabled kids in their homes, spoke to them about their desires, listened carefully, took notes, then formulated plans, a plan to break the barriers that were facing these kids. Then she went out and knocked those barriers down. Hillary, said the convention speakers, made access to public schools for the disabled a normal thing. She did the same, the convention speaker said, for juveniles in detention who were jailed with adults, which means they were exposed to rape and to a graduate school education in crime. She did this for children of migrant laborers. She's done it over and over again. Among the Democratic Convention speakers in Philadelphia were the people Hillary Clinton had brought out of the shadows and helped, or people who simply believe in her. There was Tammy Duckworth, a veteran who lost limbs in Afghanistan when the helicopter she was piloting was hit. Tammy explained that she is alive today because her fellow soldiers would not quit. They were under fire, but they would not stop until they had saved her too. They would not leave her behind. That, says Duckworth, is the spirit of America. That, in Duckworth's opinion, is the spirit of Hillary Clinton. Another Hillary believer speaking at the Philadelphia convention was an undocumented Hispanic immigrant who is crippled but has endangered her status in the USA by speaking up publicly on behalf of other undocumented immigrants. And perhaps most important, among the speakers were the relatives of 4 fallen police officers, plus the sheriff of Dallas, in whose county 5 police officers were gunned down. Believe it or not, these relatives and comrades of the police were not alone. Also appearing on the Democratic Convention stage were the members of the mothers of unarmed blacks killed by police brutality. Why were those grieving for murdered policemen and those grieving for blacks killed by the police so important? Because the Democratic Convention had a message. What was that message? That Hillary Clinton works by bringing groups together who otherwise would be at each other's throats. Why? So they can solve problems together. So they can America great together. Or as Hillary's slogan put it, so we can be stronger together. To show even more that she could do what her slogan promised, that she could bring people from opposite sides together to solve common problems, Hillary had generals and admirals, 30 of them. To say things like this impassioned statement from General John Allen, retired commander of American forces in Afghanistan. This is what Allen said. We have worked with Hillary Clinton. We trust in Hillary Clinton's judgment. We believe in her vision for uniting America against the forces of hatred, chaos, and darkness. We know that she, as no one else knows, how to use all the instruments of power, not just the military. I promise you, said General John Allen, that Hillary Clinton will be exactly the commander-in-chief we need. Says Allen, I served with her. With her, America will continue to lead and we will defeat evil. We will defeat ISIS. This is still General Allen talking. We will lead and strengthen NATO. We will stop the spread of nuclear weapons. Our military will be stronger than ever. They will have the greatest equipment. Our veterans will get the care they deserve. Our international relations will not be reduced to a business transaction. Our armed forces will not become an instrument of torture, and they will not be ordered to engage in murder or carry out other illegal activities. With Hillary, we will continue to be the transformative nation. To our allies, we are with you. To those acting against civilization, we will oppose you. To our enemies, we will pursue you. You will fear us. And to ISIS and the terrorists, we will defeat you. That's General John Allen. In another miracle of uniting opposite forces, in another miracle of her motto, we are stronger together, the anti-war folks in the room were shouting, "No more war," while Allen spoke. But the important thing is this: they, too, were in the room. However, all of this is the political world as seen through just one perceptual lens, the Democratic lens. Then there's the Republican point of view. And the Republicans have a problem. They are seeing the world through two lenses at once. First, there's the Donald J. Trump family lens. Trump's current wife, his two adult sons, his two daughters, and a small number of Trump's business partners, employees, and suppliers worked very hard to explain the Donald Trump that they know and believe in. A man who spots talents in you that even you don't see, and who brings those hidden abilities to the surface in ways that surprise you, in ways that produce success. Unfortunately, as heartfelt as this was, it smacked of the sales pitch used to lure retired folks into applying for every credit card they could get, maxing out every single card, and paying $35,000 to Trump University. Then there was the lens of the top Republican speakers, and it was not a Trump family lens. Not at all. Mitch McConnell, Paul Ryan, and most famously Ted Cruz showed up and made long statements, which should sound good for party unity, right? It wasn't. None of these three, not Mitch McConnell, not Paul Ryan, nor Ted Cruz, was able to endorse Donald Trump. They weren't able to do it. They weren't able to do it enthusiastically. They weren't able to do it at all. None of them was able to dig deep into personal experience and tell stories of the Donald Trump he knows and admires. That may be because none of them knows Donald Trump intimately. And it may be because all are deeply suspicious of Donald J. Trump. So is Fox News suspicious. Fox News is the greatest lens maker for the Republican Party. It is the greatest lens maker for the conservative right. Yet Fox News is torn. It has its picture of Hillary Clinton, the criminal, who should be in jail. Remember the chant, lock her up, lock her up, lock her up. It showed up all over the convention. Fox News' picture of Hillary is completely intact, but Fox News has taken to running stories that tear Trump down. Megyn Kelly debunked Mike Huckabee's defense of Donald Trump's Muslim ban. Huckabee struggled valiantly to explain his version of the ban. But Kelly, bear with me, I'm struggling with paper here. But Kelly was having absolutely none of it. She reminded Huckabee that none of the reasonable qualifications of the policy that Mike made had ever come from the mouth of Donald Trump. Then there's the Fox News anchor who said outright that, quote, Democrats put more patriotism on display at their convention than the Republicans. The anchor noted the chants of USA, USA were as frequent at the Democratic convention as at the Republican. And the Democrats had more generals, more admirals, and more veterans. Topping it off, Fox TV interviewed Military Medal of Honor winner Dakota Meyer about the Democratic chance of no more war, and it did not get a statement of support for Donald Trump. Far from it. Meyer disagreed with Trump's characterizations of our military as wounded and failing. Said Meyer, our military is not weak. We are the beacon of hope across the world. We need a leader who will say that. Is Donald Trump that leader? Not at all, says Meyer. Quote, at what point does Donald Trump finally stop attacking Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio and show that he is a leader? This is not what you expect from Fox TV. Yes, Fox TV continues to attack Hillary Clinton. One of its current stories says the IRS is investigating the Clinton Foundation. And Fox News uses the sort of language you'd expect, saying that the Clinton Foundation, quote, has a lot of money but no clear purpose, close quote. Then it quotes a letter from 64 Republican congressmen to the IRS demanding a Clinton Foundation investigation and claiming that the Clinton Foundation is, and I quote, a lawless pay-to-play enterprise that has been operating under a cloak of philanthropy, close quote. This is more of the red meat that you would expect from Fox News. So the lens through which Fox TV sees Hillary Clinton is clear and polished. Hillary, according to Fox News, is a monster, a liar, a criminal, and corrupt. But right now, it's Donald Trump who should be Fox TV's shining hero. Trump is the one who should be dictating the nature of the Fox TV perceptual lens, and he is not. Far from it. If perceptual lenses won elections, Trump wouldn't stand a chance. But Trump does stand a chance. A very good chance. Why? Because his fans have fashioned a lens for him, one that is no longer reflected on Fox TV. In that lens, Donald J. Trump is the embodiment of truth. Donald J. Trump is a magic messiah. Donald J. Trump is the man who will descend from the clouds atop Trump Tower and bring in the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom in which America is great again. Why? Because Donald Trump is great. Or as he puts it, he's the only man on planet Earth who can sort out the American mess. This is Howard the Humongous, speaking to you from the future. It's your job and my job to make in this crucial, absolutely crucial election that can determine the very character and identity of America itself. Or, want to know why? Ask how. And now for that slippery, sleazy, slimy little, I think that's it, off button.